Parkour! Another year and another Call of Duty game has been released. But more importantly, a new Zombies game. Woo! No? Okay. Black Ops 6 was released a couple months ago, and with it, a new addition to the Call of Duty Zombies franchise. But with that said, let me first say, hello everybody and welcome to the Gaming Marketplace, where you don't invest your money, but with your time. On today's update, we're going to be talking about the stock performance of Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a franchise loved by many. It's the go-to first-person shooter of many investors. The franchise has seen many changes throughout the years, which has allowed them to stay in the public eye. Amongst these is the inclusion of the Zombies game mode, which became an instant fan favorite. It was so popular that people began playing some games in the franchise solely because it had zombies in it. They even created a full separate storyline disconnected from the base game for this game mode. The only other game mode that has gotten this much attention is the creation of Call of Duty Warzone. Back when everybody felt threatened by Fortnite's success, they all started creating Battle Royale game modes of their own games. And Call of Duty was no different. Warzone was able to accrue a large following thanks to its consistent updates and the addition of new weapons after the release of every new game. All these aspects contributed to the continued success of the franchise. With the release of Black Ops 6, we see a spike in players, which is to be expected for any release of a new game. If we take a look at the marketplace, we can see that that doesn't look right. It says Modern Warfare 2 when it should be saying Black Ops 6? What do you mean they're merged now? You're buying a new game. It's a new game. Oh, I get it now. Alright, so let me explain. After the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, they made a launcher of sorts. So, whenever you select the game, you're actually selecting a Call of Duty launcher, which then prompts you a menu for you to select what title you actually want to play. This also includes Warzone, which is considered a standalone game in the launcher. Due to this, when we look at the statistics of the gaming marketplace, all the data points are saved under one game stock. And since the first game to implement this whole launcher system was Modern Warfare 2, that's the name you see in the chart. It seems like they never updated the name in the database. This means that we can't actually see the performance of any individual game, because the data is composed of all the stats of all the games in the launcher. That kind of feels like cheating. But you know what isn't cheating? Subscribing to the channel so you can become a more well-informed investor when it comes to investing your time on video games. Minimize the risk of you wasting your time on any game by liking, subscribing, and clicking that notification bell for more updates like this. But with that said, the change does allow us to do one thing. It allows us to look at the performance of Call of Duty as a franchise throughout the entirety of 2024. If we take a look at the chart, we can see that at the beginning of the year, Call of Duty was on average boasting a strong 400 gems per day. We can even see that its highest peak was on April 9th after the Modern Warfare Season 3 update came out. The franchise was doing very well for itself during the first half of the year. But July came and then its numbers started dropping, lowering its performance to an average of 200 gems per day. People only seem to be investing their time whenever a new update is released. Such is the fate of a live service game. Things were starting to look grim for the franchise, until Call of Duty went to their closet and revealed their old reliable. On October 25th, they released Black Ops 6, and this skyrocketed its value, acquiring a peak of 855 gems. Afterwards, we can see that in the last 2 months, its average gem count has increased. This success can also be attributed to the new movement mechanics that they've been adding to the game. In this case, they've created a new innovative movement which is called the Omni-movement. Now, this allows you to have a more versatile feel of the game and be able to run around the map in a bunch of different ways. Now, obviously, you're still in a video game, so you're still limited, but it does allow for a lot of creativity on how it is that you want to kill people, which is, frankly, a lot of fun. Omni-movement! Parkour! Okay. Even with the inclusion of Omni-movement and zombies, it can only carry you so far. So we do see the game going back down after the spike of the game being released. But even then, it did manage to increase the average gem count to a nice 400 gems per day, which is really good compared to the gem count we saw before, allowing them to end the year strong. But what can you expect? Every single time they release a new Call of Duty Zombies, it holds all the investors in a chokehold. Now, I don't have any data to back this up, but trust me, the reason is Call of Duty Zombies. And that's the overall performance of the Call of Duty franchise. But how much time are you investing into this game? And do you think it's going to maintain this momentum to the next year? Or do you think investors are just going to play other games? Please let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, please let us know what other games you would like us to cover in future updates. But before you go, please consider investing some of your own time in liking, subscribing, and clicking the notification bell for more updates like this. Regardless, that concludes today's update of the gaming marketplace. Catch you in the next one. No sé qué otro.
Woo! No, that would be too high. Woo!
And on zombie team. Woo! Woo! No, that's not.
No, but not like
Woo!
like
That's not.
woo.
Woo!
We're not
Woo!
doing whimpering audio.